Today we are going to be doing a review on a product for the old Ford 7.3 powerstroke. This is the 99, the late model 99. UPS guy just came, so I'm excited. We have the Quadzilla Arachnid 8-position chip from Thoroughbred Diesel. I was going to get a TS chip, but this was cheaper and appeared to be updated a little bit. I don't really know. And there really weren't many reviews out there on it, so I thought we would make one. So let's open it up. Alright, so let's see what we got in the box. There it is. So there's the part number. There are different codes for different CPUs or computers or whatever they're called. Got this one off eBay from the Thoroughbred Diesel store. It looks good. I was a little disappointed they sent me the wrong tracking number, and it took about a week longer than it said guaranteed by on eBay. So hopefully my disappointment there is outweighed by the awesomeness of this product. So first thing I see is 2 stickers and a 1-year warranty card with their info, little padding, the instructions, which look pretty good, step by step with color. So, and this is the newer body style, so hopefully it's a little easier than some of the ones I've seen, removing the emergency brake bracket and stuff. So, in this little static proof bag is the chip, and looks like we got switch, knob, cord, a little disc with the numbers 1 through 8. This is the 8 position, and a card with the different tunes. I actually kind of freaked out after I ordered this and was waiting, because I got on their website and you can order a blank one that doesn't come with codes, and then you got to order the $200 flash software thing for it. So I was glad to see, and I will say I messaged them on eBay and they got right back to me within like 20 minutes and told me that this was the preloaded one. So there shows your different tunes that are programmed on this. So, and some packing, Scotch-Brite for the back of the chip thing. And I know that this is old news. The TS chip's basically the same thing, and it's been out forever. Alcohol swab for cleaning. So I'm not going to go crazy on the install and all that, because you guys, everyone's seen a TS chip install. I mainly wanted to see the difference between the Arachnid chip and the TS chip. So there's the unboxing. We will get the truck apart and work on the install next. We got the truck apart. We pulled in the garage. It actually doesn't quite fit. The little Jeeps and stuff do, but not the big truck. So we're gonna work on it half in and half out. We have our shop dog here helping us. First instructions say disconnect both batteries. So we're gonna start with that. So we got the battery terminals taken off, and I have them tucked down in, so there's no chance of them making contact, because I think that's pretty critical when you're taking the connectors and stuff off that they don't make contact. So I've never really worked under the hood of this truck much. I've done a lot of other stuff to it, but I haven't done much under the hood. So they had a lot of goop on the battery terminals, so they weren't corroded, but a couple of them were on there pretty good. So next step says to remove the 10mm bolt on the PCM connector down at the firewall junction. So we'll get a 10mm wrench and do that next. That step finished. I didn't bother recording it because I could barely see down there, so there's no way you would have been able to see me working down there. It says for manual transmission, you might have to remove the whole bracket, which is 10mm bolts, which are 10mm bolts. But this is an automatic, so I'm going to try and do it the way they say. So I don't know if I'm just being a wimp. Aha! I feel progress. But there we go. I think I had it all the way. I think I was just being too much of a wimp. Put the parking brake on. Alright, so yeah, you can see that bolt. I think I had it all the way out. It just it's been in there for 20 years. So alright, so we got that out. You can see on here, this says that my CPU is a NVK3. So there's a list of codes in the book and in the listing for the chip. So now we're going to make sure that mine is indeed the correct one. I hope it is. I just went by their website and ordered for the 99 through 03 or 01 automatics. So I hope it matches, because I don't want to have to wait another 2 weeks or whatever it was to get this thing. Alright, not sure if you can see this, but this is the listing, and it indeed says NVK. This is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, blah blah blah. So it covers a lot, and NVK3 is on the list, so we are good to go. The next step in the book says to remove the PCM from the plastic holder. We're going to take note that the barcode side is on the kick panel side of the case or the holder. So it just slides out like that. Yeah, because it does look like you could put it in backwards, but we're going to avoid that. And then we're going to remove this plastic cover to get access to the connector. I can do this. This pops out, and there is the connector. Dull knife or screwdriver to remove the protective coating. Now, it almost looks, it said until some of the copper is showing. I don't really see any. And I do see a little bit of copper showing, so that almost makes me wonder if this already had a chip in it at one point, or somebody has already had contact in here to tune it or reprogram it or something. I don't know. So there's nothing to scrape off. I am gonna just lightly scuff this. It looks very clean already, so hopefully that's not a problem or a bad thing. Or maybe this is a replacement PCM that somebody already worked over. I do not know, but it looks, yeah, there's definitely, like the videos I've seen online show like almost like a cosmoline, like old stuff you find on like a military rifle that's protected. I don't see anything like that on here. It looks, I bet you can't see that, but it looks good. A little bit of copper showing. So I'm going to use the Members Mark Quality Guarantee Alcohol Swab to clean the contacts. Alright. So wiping them down. So the next step is to drill a hole in the plastic case to allow the wire to go through. So there's our chip. There's our plug. I kind of wanted to get an idea of where the wire is going to be coming through, because I've seen you don't want to get rid of any more material than you have to. So this goes right there. So I'm going to want my hole in the middle. So I got a little mark because they say the chip can walk around otherwise. So I made a mark about where I want to put the hole. One thing I do like about the Arachnid chip over what I've seen from the TS chip is that this plug on the end is much smaller. So our hole can be much smaller. They say use a 3/8 drill bit. We'll try that one. Whereas the TS chip seems to have a real big plug. I've seen guys using hole saws and step drills and things like that. So I do think that's better. You can use a smaller hole. Hopefully this is close to where it should be. Let's see if it fits through there. I probably should have started small and done like a step drill, but it worked. It's just plastic. Let's see. That fits right through. So yes, a 3/8 bit. There's no wiggle room, but it fits. And plug that whole gobbledygook into the back of the PCM. Now it kind of sticks out, so I hope it's supposed to do that. I kind of envisioned it being sort of recessed in there, but it felt like it went in and seated. Feels good. And then they say to use one of these to go around the back to seal it on there. So which one should I use? Which one's, because you're not going to see this one, so which one looks cooler? I don't know. We'll pick one. I went with the color one. I think this one looks cooler, so if I do stick that somewhere that you're going to see it, I like that one better. So I ran the wire up there. I also wiped down the whole case of the CPM, or whatever this thing is called again, ECU, with denatured alcohol because it was really dusty and that sticker wasn't going to stick. And I did look, there's a clip in here, so this chip sticking out a little bit is correct, so because the clip in here spaces this out on the holder so that it will keep it tight, which is what you want. They say you don't want that chip to move. So I'm trying to make sure. I should have drilled my hole up a little farther now that I see how this all goes together. But what are you gonna do? It's all good. So there's our wire coming out with the smallest hole we could do. Got the sticker in, barcode, kick plate side, got our cord. So I think we are ready to reinstall it. We are back inside the truck, ready to reinstall this thing. We'll wiggle around and get it in there. I struggled a little bit there. You just have to get the rubber part started, get it lined up. I was just fighting against that rubber grommet thing. So then you can see the, you'll know it's in far enough because the 7mm bolts will line up. Alright, the next step is to just reattach that plug down here with a 10mm bolt. So we'll reattach that plug. It says make sure the threads are lined before you start it, because you are just threading into that. It's like a brass insert that pulls those two plugs together. So next step is to hook up the battery cables. So let's hope I didn't do anything wrong and nothing explodes when I hook these up. The next step it says to do is to test the switch, I guess, to make sure we have everything wired correctly. So it says to plug in this little switch. It's kind of cute. All the way to left is off, so now it says we're supposed to start it. Well, it says to cycle the key. It says make sure the wait to start light comes on and turns off. Start the engine. Hey, that's good. All the lights went out except for the door and seatbelt light. Now it says to test this by turning it to the second or third position and seeing if the idle increases for the high idle mode. And if it does, that means we did it right. So, cool. I guess we did it right. I like they give you this really cute little drill template. So you just have to figure out how you want your switch and indicator lined up on your dash. So I'm putting mine up here right under my super high-tech, high-cost boost gauge, just because a lot of people put them down here on the fuse panel cover, but I want to be able to see it so I can see the numbers, so I'm going to put it right there. So I quickly realized that the location I wanted to put my switch in, I couldn't get a regular cordless drill in that way, so we're using the air drill because it was the only thing. I had to tilt the wheel and turn it to get the drill, and that's still not quite straight, but it'll be enough. So here's the finished product. I got the anchor hole and the switch hole, and as you can see, the pneumatic drill got away from me a little bit, so I guess I'm not man enough to run that yet. I'm hoping the sticker should cover most of that. It's pretty good quality sticker. It's I think it might be like aluminum actually, and it's a 3M adhesive, so hopefully it sticks. Alright, so far this is proving to be the most difficult part of the installation, is getting the back off this sticker. Sheesh, that was the hardest part right there. Be careful, they don't tell you about that. Here is the end result. The sticker did cover up most of my scratches, but it's okay. It's a pretty nice knob. It's aluminum with a knurled edge on it and a little set screw. So you just line it. There's no flat on the switch, so you can move the switch anywhere. So if your sticker's off a little bit, you can rotate the knob. So there's 1 all the way through 8. 2 observations. In this photo, the indicator on the dial is pointing at the number 8. And those of you who have a keen eye in the last clip probably noticed that my switch, which is currently pointed at the 1, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there is no 7th or 8th position. I'm not gonna break the switch. I tried pushing in, pulling out in case it was like a step, so I don't think this gosh darn 8 position switch has 8 positions. So I don't even get to beast mode, so that's not cool. So maybe I'm doing it wrong or something. I mean, that clearly stops at 1 and goes to 6, and I don't feel any other position available. I'm not gonna break it, but so I will have to message them. So I don't know if that means is 6 beast mode, or is 6 just it stops at the performance mode. I don't know, but that's more like a 6 position. So maybe I got a TS chip and they just put a Quadzilla sticker on it. I don't know, kind of confused. It also says here, secure any low-hanging wires with the provided zip ties. I ain't getting no zip ties, so yeah, so I'm gonna have to take out my own money and buy zip ties. So those are 2 things. I'm not upset about it yet, I'm just confused. So we'll see how the tech support is, and maybe I'll let you know in an update video. Here are the tunes again. pretty much exactly the same as a TS chip, but it's just broke down differently. So, but there you have it. If you liked this video, or if you're new to our channel, you hit the little subscribe button, blue thing over there, so you don't miss any future videos. I'm going to start trying to do some more tech stuff. I'm new to the powerstroke thing, but I have a lot of diesel swap Jeeps and welding and other projects that I try to post, so stick around if you like that kind of stuff. Make sure you like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. If you want to see a test video where we take it out and run it, leave that in the comments. This was just kind of the install and unboxing, but if you want to see a little seat of the pants test on it, let me know, and we'll try to see what we can do there. So thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.